Is Yeah, the minimizing helps me because that was so good.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hopefully, I'm not like looking off all weird.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Finding Your Indie. I'm Bonnie Paulson,
And I'm Andy Stevens.
and we are here today for kind of a quarter recap, even though it's the end of June. We are just kind of letting you know what we've it's just like a recap, like what we've been up to, what's coming up, um, things that we're applying, things that we're like backing off from. It's really just a summary, maybe. I don't know. It's just a way for us to chat.
It's a chit chat in Mandy and Lonnie's brain.
Yeah, there you go. That's kind of scary, but it's fine.
Yeah, a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah. So first thing, we did go to Inkers. Check out our video if you have a chance about our recap of the things that we experienced at Inkers. There was a lot of excitement there. We had a lot of fun. So do check out that video. So we went to Inkers and we launched IMM. So myself and I, John Logston, Joe Solari, and myself have partnered together and we're doing Indie Marketing Mastery. And we've invited Mandy in. She's been taking the course herself. And we did a launch when we were there for Inkers attendees and kind of like a soft launch. Like it wasn't super hard. It was just like, hey, this is what we're easing into. Because it's a live course, what that means is we only have access for about 10 days for people to buy it and get into it. And this is not a marketing scheme on our part. We really just want to help people. But what we're doing is the people who take the course are actually in a Facebook group with us and they're giving us feedback on, what is helpful, what's not helpful. We're noting what's actually difficult to understand so that we can go in and tweak the course and make it better. Once you buy into the course, you have lifetime access to it. But every time, I mean, the price might adjust, whatever, but it's getting better every time, right? It's one of those revolving things, or evolving. It's evolving, not revolving. It's been a long day. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that's Indie Marketing Mastery. And we have a link down below. It may or may not be open at the time that you see this video, but do sign up for the interest. If nothing else, you're not committing to anything, but it does have a really great automation sequence on it that actually teaches you some things that you need to know before you even get into the course. So
Yes.
it is Mandy, what do you think about it so far?
And then when they sign up for that, they'll see when it opens up again. Oh, I love it. It's like, I'm getting ready to launch a new pen name for my sweet romance. That's why I wanted to go through everything to make sure I have my foundation set for it. And I'm just like, I know a lot, but I'm like, oh yeah, or just remind me, I'm like, yeah, I need to make sure everything's nice and solid. And it's pretty awesome because, it's,
Yeah, I love it. The action steps are my favorite. I'm like, hey, there's actually action steps in this. I'm on it.
yeah,
Oh, wait, we made it.
yeah. And then I'll watch the videos and I'm like, wow, I didn't see that perspective of it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm really proud of that. We did a good job. Me and the guys did a really good job. I'm really proud of the work that we put into it. It was like 9 months.
Yeah, I was
And
saying it took a really long time because you
yeah,
wanted to
and
make sure you did it right.
yeah, and it was funny because the first 6 months of it was us communicating and discussing. I mean, we discussed at least once a week and it was for hours. And we would talk about, so I brought into it like ads and marketing, and Joe had his own perceptions on ads and marketing, and he's got a beautiful Advantage. It's called Advantage, like his process and stuff. And it's great. And he talks about, and he's obviously the expert there. And then we have John, he knows a lot of these things, but he also deals with like the mindset and the psychology behind why we do the things that we do. And so it
Right.
was
That's what
just,
I was like, wow.
I
That's
know
what I was talking about the videos. I was like, wow, I never even thought of that from my perspective.
it was, like so much. I just think that it was a really great marrying point for the three of us to bring in our conversations. But before we even started doing the actual course, working, like actually doing the meat of it, we actually had to understand all of the things before. So we all have come to agreements and something. And we had disagreements as well, where I was like, I don't agree with that, or whatever. And then it was like we talked about it. And that was what was so great about working with those guys, is we were able to discuss and we were able to think about it logically. There was no real emotion involved unless we were making our like 12-year-old dick jokes and stuff. Like it is what it is, right? Like I have 5 boys. I can't not have 12-year-old humor. So we were like laughing the whole time.
I like it because it's very well rounded.
Oh, good.
And it touches on different aspects of your business.
Yeah.
I always talk about foundation, and it shows you step by step what to do, because so many people are like, oh, do this and oh, do that, but you're like, okay, well, how? And this actually shows you step by step how. And that's like, I'm like, you cannot fail at this. If you're actually doing the course, you cannot fail at it.
Yeah, I love
But
that.
if you
Thank
do, you're
for
being
that.
lazy. And
Yeah,
there's
right. I love that. Yeah, actually, that's how I feel.
there was one part in there that says, I can't remember exactly, like, if you do not finish this, what's your message to yourself going to be, or something like that. I was like, oh dang.
Yeah.
And I put in there, I'm like, if I don't finish this, it's because I'm lazy. Because
And that's I mean, that's you calling yourself into, you know what I mean? Like being like,
Yeah.
wake up. And that's
Well,
great. I think that's smart.
so many people buy courses and then just don't take them. I think somebody would
I
really
feel
be
called out.
I am. But I think it would be a huge disadvantage if somebody bought this and didn't go through the steps to take it, because holy cow.
Yeah.
And I'm not even all the way through it yet.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's massive. We had 120 videos. Like that was just, I mean, it's massive. I appreciate the things you're saying, because it's actually helping me, because I'm like, oh, I haven't had a
And
chance
I'm a truthful person. If
I
there
know
was
you are.
I would have been like, honey.
Yeah, this is no bueno, but
No.
there's a lot of work in it. I do like that we have, and this is one of my favorite parts. Joe actually came up with this, the accountability. We have an accountability bot. Like, her name's Cadence. She's obviously made up, right? We're writers.
Right.
But when I was reading her emails, because we were going through it, and I was like, oh, I love Cadence. Joe was like, I made her up, and John made her nicer. It was so funny. Anyways, if you're ever at any of these cons, we'll probably be at the cons, like me, Joe,
Together,
John. Yeah, Mandy, see us together, because you'll see why it's so funny. Like, we're constantly ribbing each other. It's like they're like my brothers. It's hilarious. So it's good. So that's Indie Marketing Mastery. Now, we also have been talking about something that we are launching at the end of the summer, just in time for fourth quarter preparation, right? And that's Boss Mode.
Yes.
Boss Mode. And if you are watching this video, I want you to pay attention to the B and the M. It's Bonnie and Mandy. So we came up with Boss Mode. So this is really extensive. I did a presentation at Inkers on it, how to like strategize and create your ads and marketing strategy. But I had to cram the information into 45 minutes. And
it was super light. I mean, it was
very light.
It was like,
it was a
everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm like, well, this is nothing. So
yeah, but it was only for a month. And yes, it was extremely light, and it was still 6 worksheets. But I think by the end of it, you understand, oh, this is how I can get my marketing done, and I can do as much as I want or as little as I want, but I can get it done so I can work on my business. Like, that's the biggest thing. Are you planning things and keeping your writing in focus, or are you off doing the TikTok dance because you think that's what's going to be most important? There's like, it helps you organize that. And Boss Mode doesn't launch until the end of August. So we're actually going to talk about where else we're going to have some codes and stuff. If you come, we're going to offer some coupon codes to people who show up at Orlando Reads Books, which is Mandy's conference. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. But I really just want to really run home the fact that if you do sign up for Boss Mode interest, if you go to the website, the link's below, if you go to the landing page and you just sign up for the interest, you will get a series of emails that will walk you through some things you need to have in place before you even get the page, right? The sales page to buy Boss Mode. So if you're like, and there's no commitment, you just sign up, get these emails, and you're like, yeah, it's not for me this time, whatever. Once you have access, though, you're in it for life. Like, that's it. You have access, and we run it every quarter.
Every single quarter, you can join us with your plan.
Your planning. And it's huge, because we'll be talking marketing, we'll be talking different tactics, different tools, different strategies, and you need to be present. And it's an everyday thing. It's about 2 weeks. It's a lot of information. And then once you get it, because we'll have digital planners or the digital worksheets, workbooks, we'll have the printable workbooks. I think we're even working on getting the spiral option available on the site. So we're working on making sure all of that's in place before we start. So, and I don't know how, but she was a very nice, this woman, this author actually signed up for it for the June start date. And that actual landing page was supposed to be in draft, because I was looking at it and she grabbed it and I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so sorry. It's not ready yet. Like, the course and everything's ready. It's just, we have, little tweaks. Mandy and I overserve. We don't like to underserve. So we're like, we got to make sure everything's right before we even let anybody really get into this, right?
And we wanted to do it right before the quarter.
Right.
So,
and we were at Inkers, so we couldn't have done it. So we were like, no, we're going to have to. So it was okay. So that's Boss Mode. Again, check it out below if you have questions. It's great. Now, we also are doing a super soft launch of Hive Mind right now. And I said this, I had a bunch of people at Inkers ask, hey, I want to join HiveMind. And I was like, slow your roll. Like, we don't want to jump into this because we want to
make sure everything's
yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, we did let a few we did let a few in, and they were great. I mean, they're super awesome. I think we probably would have been like, no, if we didn't think that they could handle it, but they have that really strong, ambitious personality, which we love. And that's what's great. So when you're in HiveMind, we have where you have access to all of our courses that we have up. The only exclusion is boss mode. Boss mode is the only one that we don't include in that because it is such a massive undertaking. It has to be kept separate. But for instance, Mandy has a course coming up and she'll talk about that. That's releasing in just a little bit. And that is actually one of the things that you'll have access to in HiveMind. You get access to all of the great courses, the ones that are already published and the ones that are coming up. And then we have some awesome scheduled ones.
I just finished a social media course. We have courses that are already in there. So if somebody joined, tomorrow, they'd have access to several courses already. So we have lots of courses coming. We have 18 months of courses planned out. We will have them actually in the group. So whoever joins HiveMind will be able to see everything that's scheduled out. It's amazing.
It is. I'm excited. Some months we actually have like smaller videos. So there's like multiple videos or multiple courses that month, like not smaller videos, but smaller courses where they're not so extensive, but they do answer some really important questions. We have some that tie into Facebook ads, AMS ads, other general marketing things, as well as direct sales, and everything needs to be treated differently, but all of it comes together. What's great is HiveMind and Boss Mode work really well together.
Yeah.
So it's great. But inside of our group, on top of our courses, you have access to us and we can sit here and help you. So if you bring in your stuff and you're like, I'm just not sure where to scale, this is what I have, we actually take the time to walk through it with you. And if there's a private, information we need to keep private, we will pull off to the side and be like, hey, let's talk about this just us, because some things you don't need to talk about.
Like audiences are private,
Yeah. And you might have a private pen name or whatever, but yeah, those are things that we do respect. So yeah, it's a monthly membership. We're super excited for people to come in. We are launching a little bit harder in August, but for right now, we're just like, hey, yeah, if you come in, it's cool. Keep it low key.
We're doing monthly lives where people can ask us questions too.
Yeah, I think we're at the end of the month. We're doing that too. So everybody has the month. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Okay. We have so much still to talk about. So first what we have coming up the next 2 months for courses is I have Facebook ad analytics coming. We also have a direct sales analytics, just specifically kind of like a beginners on how to run a couple of those direct sales course, like the ads. Mandy, you had a couple that you were working on.
Yeah. So I have an AI course, which is AI in marketing.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different. So I gave a round table at Inkers and people were like, love it. But I'm getting a much more in-depth in this course.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that'll be great because I know that you have some really great action steps and some prompts and stuff to recommend.
Yeah, I'm including lots of prompts to make it super easy so people can work through it. And then if they're in HiveMind, they can ask me questions.
Yes, that's awesome. And I think that's a really good point because you have access to the courses. So Mandy's been really working on her AI experience and she's doing a great job. So we also have Mandy's just working. What did you just release? You're doing the tour?
I just did right before Inkers, which we haven't even promoted it yet, is our social media course.
Right. That was a good one.
Yeah, I did a virtual book tour one, which was just a small course.
Yeah.
So people learn how to set it up for themselves. Well, you can hire out or you can do it yourself. So
yeah, exactly.
Even if you're going to hire out, you can still look through the process and see how it's done.
Yeah. And it's important to always know the things that you're doing. So yeah, that's I thought that one was done really well. I was reading through it and I was like, this is so much fun. I was working on the challenge and the 7-day challenge that we have because we have a free challenge too. And so the things that we offer for free are mostly for beginners and I always tease whenever I tell someone, yeah, we do mostly free stuff for beginners because we want you to make money so you can pay us to run your ads. I'm like, yeah, see, it's like
HiveMind is like that next step.
Yeah, HiveMind is the next step. So is Boss.
For people who are really invested in their business. Not saying that beginners aren't invested, but you have to you don't know what you don't know. Exactly. So you have to learn those things before you can really get into the business. And the HiveMind and Boss Bonus kind of help you advance your business. Yes, and IMM too.
Yeah, all of it works together.
Yeah. I'm
All
just
the
that's just blown
things.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so and then I'm working on I had some like my round tables at Inkers. I was going to make them available on here. We were talking about, well, one of them I can't because that is actually a part of IMM where it's promotional triggers for AMS. Like there's different
Mhm.
triggers you can use for the AMS ads. That is actually a part of IMM. And I did it as a special because we launched IMM for Inkers.
Yeah.
But I can do the 5 ways to maximize your marketing strategies. But it's actually 35. So we'll do that as an upcoming.
Talk about over delivering.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say she was gonna do 5, but she had like 35. I was like, oh my gosh, because I was doing at the same time a different.
Right. Yeah, you were. Yeah. It
It's
was,
like,
I was like, yeah, I couldn't just stop at
yeah.
5 because, and the whole point of it is, and we'll do a video on it and stuff, but the whole point of it was if you have if you're doing any of these, check mark it off, good job. And then you're going to walk away and pick 5 more you're going to work on. That's it. You don't need to do all 35. Just pick 1 or 2 or 5 that you are interested in or that you're going to work on. And
Yeah.
that, I think that makes us incrementally better. Right.
So
Okay.
one thing that I'm working on
Yeah.
coming up is direct sales. So I
Yes.
am
Well, we heard a lot
launching,
about that.
yeah, so I am launching my sweet pen name and I am starting off wide. I'm selling everywhere.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right. You're not even going KU with it
yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I'm not going KU.
Okay.
I feel like it's an underserved market and I'm selling it myself. So I'm setting up my website. I'm going to use Shopify.
Awesome. That's
And
what I'm
yeah,
doing. Yeah.
I'm doing paperbacks, audio, and I'm even going to do some merch with it too.
Yeah,
So
that'll
I
be
have
awesome.
books to audio. I'm bundling things. I'm just,
It'll be
I'm
great.
starting off right. I'm because it's a brand new pen name. Why not? I have nothing to lose.
Right. You're right. And only everything to gain. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting because maybe we can do a follow-up on this in a few months because you're doing a brand new pen name and going direct. I'm
Yes.
actually taking current ones direct. So I have a wide name that I'm going to take direct, which is my Epoch Thriller name. And then I'm going to take my sweet romance name and I'm going to take that one wide and direct as well. But that one's already in. So maybe if we can do a follow-up to this, 3 months maybe at our next recap, we can actually recap on how it's going and the things that we're doing. Okay. So
No pressure.
yeah, no pressure. Well, let's just recap. Just hey, this is what we're doing.
It's accountability too,
Yeah, it's good. And so if you get a chance, check out Morgana Best's course. I'm taking her course. I think I told you about it. I think you were going to wait a little bit on it because you have another conference we're going to talk about in a minute. That's like taking up all your time. But I'm working my way through this course right now. And like I said, I have a link below and it's really in depth. It's really great. She's very clear. She provides PDF. She has a group that you can join. But yeah, she's walking through some of the great ways about Shopify. Now, when we were at Inkers, there were a lot of roundtables and some really great presentations on direct sales, what works, what doesn't work. And I think, again, authors just need to realize what works for them and do what works for them. I'm not recommending you leave KU. But what happened for me was, and the reason why Mandy and I are both like, well, maybe this is a great point. For me, she's starting. She's like, hey, for Mandy, she's like, hey, I'm starting and I have nothing to lose right now. And I'm at the point where 2 years ago, a year ago, I was banking with my books. I was doing really well. But I kind of was like, I don't want to play the hamster race anymore. I felt like I was in some kind of a thing on Amazon and stuff. And I just felt like I was constantly chasing it. I got way burnt out. So I just walked away and I just left my books up and I don't market them. I don't do much with them at all because I'm just like, I'm exhausted. And if you feel that way, it might be something to consider, some way to, break it up a bit. So I got really excited. I was like, Mandy, I think we should look into direct sales. Like what's going on? I actually feel excited about it, So yeah.
Well, you've been busy with lots of other things. So
I know a lot of other things. Right. But still, it was just like, I have like 200 books up across my
so you have
you
have an incredible backlist.
So it'd be good to do. What a great testing thing. You to do brand new pen name and existing. That'll be so much fun.
Yep.
Yes. I love testing. Okay. Check out our Why Are You Testing and Why video. Ooh, that was a smooth plug. Did you see how that worked out?
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do it.
No, I didn't. It's not in my notes to do that. It just happened. Yes. Woohoo. Okay. So what we're going to talk about next is things that we have coming up. So if you're watching this is the end of June. Things that we have coming up and things that we want you to watch for. Okay. We're going to cover, there's 5 or 6 things. IMM will have its next launch date. We should be outside of IMM right now because the launch closed on the 19th of June. So the next one I believe is in September. I'm not sure. I have to double check with the guys, but I think it's going to be in September around Neek. So we have boss mode and we're launching.
That's launching at the end of August.
Yes, August
Like
28th,
towards
I believe,
28th,
right?
yeah.
28th, 26th, something like that. It's on the landing page.
Well, yeah.
We're not even
Check
close
the
enough. We're
link
just saying.
below. Yeah, check the
Yeah, the
link.
link's below. Sign up, get the email, get the automation thing so you can know if you're even ready for it. You know, might not be ready for it. So we have Boss Mode coming up. Hive Mind is more of a harder launch. Not hard because we're just not like that. We don't want to shove things down people's throats, but Hive Mind is going to be more accessible for people at the end of July, early August. And then we have a super awesome.
I have a book convention. I think it's like the 12th or 13th year. It's Orlando Reads Books. It used to be Indie Book Fest, but there are 2 days of industry days, and it's incredible. It's really, really cheap. It's like $125 for Thursday and Friday.
I didn't realize it was that cheap.
Yeah, it is. So Saturday, if you want to add Saturday too, with all the reader stuff and the reader party, it's only $25 extra. So it's $150 for 3 days. It's crazy.
Do you have all of your tables full?
I don't think so yet.
Okay.
I had a couple authors who had pulled. So I think I do have a few. But we're going through everything from, I mean, there's some beginner stuff, but mostly it's mid and advanced, creating your hook, direct sales and merchandising. Someone's putting how to write Christmas romance.
Oh, nice.
We have Heather Hildenbrand coming with Manifest Your Happily Ever After. John's coming with Mental Game. We have Raise the Stakes, Bank Not Rank.
That's me. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. Yep.
You're going to be there teaching.
Yeah. So you, me, and John, and I might add a couple of other people, are doing an advanced mastermind for 2 hours where people can ask their questions. And that will be at the end of Friday.
Gosh, that'll be awesome. I didn't know that. Wait, do I want to do that? I just want to attend.
Yes, you do. No, you're
okay.
coming.
I'm doing it. I thought I could just attend, but it's fine.
No, you cannot. So, and we have lunch on Friday, which is a working lunch. And then we have a masquerade dinner on Friday night. So anybody who's in industry day gets to come to that.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So it's all day Thursday, Friday into Friday night. And if they want to add, they can even get VIP if they want to do the whole VIP experience for the reader and author. And that's pretty cheap too. So
yeah, it'll be a great way if you are if you are an author and you do decide to come, it'd be a great way for you to set up some things with your readers because it's Orlando.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, and we do author reader dates so people can have their fan groups come and meet. So it's a great way to get, fans into the conference, and there's so many places. There's even a bounce house place by there now. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm like, we need to go Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go Wednesday before it starts. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So this is at the end of August. It's
last
24th.
weekend.
Yeah, 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Okay, that'll be so much fun. Okay, so that's Orb. It's awesome. Yes. It's a really fun one. It's more intimate. What I like about Orb is it's not huge. Like some other conferences, they started out small and they got really big. This is not. It has more of an intimate, casual, not casual. Like it's not casual, but it's friendly. It feels friendly because
there's no clicks here.
There's no time for clicks. Yeah, we're covering too much stuff, and everybody's very helpful and sharing.
We had somebody last year who I think she's a 6-figure author now because she listened to the things that were said there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was huge. I get messages all year long about how great it was.
Yay! Well, that's awesome. So that's what we're doing. Come join us if you can. Get some information. We have a link down below. Again, lots of links. Just wade through them. You'll survive. You'll find.
So now, I'm also going to be at Smut Lovers doing some marketing. I think
with
that's
Nikki.
in November. Nikki Rome, she runs that one. So
that one's in November, or is it September?
September. I'm sorry.
Yeah, September. Okay, because it's at the same time as Nick, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so that one's going to be interesting. I love Nikki's vision. She's just, she's one of those ladies who you just want to hug because she's just so sweet and she's so fun. And she wants everyone to succeed. And at the Smut Lovers convention, it's not just books. There's the kink and all the learning and all the different classes. It's going to be really cool. I was telling her, that sounds like such a great idea. So I don't know if she has any spots open for authors.
No, but she was telling me the VIP. So even if you're author, you can grab a VIP ticket and go to the marketing stuff too.
Oh,
so
okay,
I think that's
awesome.
huge.
Yeah, that is huge.
So if you're thinking about writing that, which I don't write it, but I'm going there for marketing because
to help with the marketing.
My clients do write that.
Yeah, and this is great. I mean, it's an audience that they need to have accurate information, and that's what this con is really about: is getting the accurate information and training to it's great. It's going to be awesome. So
Yeah,
good for
because some
Nikki.
people are
I'm
like, oh, you
excited.
can't run ads for that. Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we know how to do it. We can totally
Yep.
do it around it. So
Mhm.
it works. So yeah, that's with Nikki Rome. So Smut Lovers Con, that's going to be down again, the links in the comments.
And that's in Orlando as well. I think I
Yeah.
forgot to mention that. So
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on.
stay in Orlando.
I know it's Orlando. It's Orlando. It's Orlando. It's fine. Then we have Nink at the same time that's going on. And I know myself, Joe, and John are going to be there. You're going to make it, right? Is that right? Okay.
I'm going to leave Orlando and then drive down. So
Okay,
that's in St. Petersburg, Florida. So
okay, and that's at St. Petersburg. Yeah, St. Petersburg. And I've never been to Nink. I haven't gone before. We're going for industry, because usually that's hunting season for my family, but I don't think that it's going to affect hunting season this year because we're in Missouri and things are a little different.
yeah, I've been a couple times. It's a really good con.
Yeah, it looks. The pictures look beautiful, and the people that go there are super fun. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. We're going to be there for Industry Day, so we can talk more about IMM and FYI, and just kind of talk to people. I think we're industry vendors. I don't know all the vernacular.
Yeah.
Okay, then something that we wanted to kind of give you a heads up on. Oh, and we might be going to 20 books too. I have to find out if that's something that is on our calendar or not. That's November, so
yeah,
we
we're
might
still
get
chatting
20
about
books.
that.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking about that. So hopefully, and we might go up as vendors as well, just because we want people to know more about Boss Mode and Hive Mind and what we do and IMM and all the things. Plus, what a great way to sit there and talk to authors when you're standing at a table. I mean, that's networking, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You
I
know,
met
like
some
here.
authors last year. Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so great. Okay, so then something that we have coming up is there's been a lot of chatter about unrestricted targeting results, like unrestricted targeting inside of Facebook. A lot of people have been talking about this, and some people say it's controversial, and some people say, oh, yes, do it. Some people say don't do it. Some people are like, what is it? So we're going to actually have a video coming up. I've been working on the testing for it for about 2 to 3 months now. We should have one at the end of July, but I just want to let you guys know that we are working on making sure that we're testing out the things before we talk about them. So
Absolutely.
that's coming up. Yeah. It's excellent.
Testing for a long time before we start chatting about it.
So. Yeah, exactly. And we extensively research whatever it is we're going to talk about, and we make sure that we have the data. That's why we're constantly looking at our notes, because we want to make sure that we are delivering what we talked about and what we outlined. So, okay. Whew, that was our recap. All the things. So that was our recap for what we've been covering for the last 3 months. If you met us at Inkers, that was just delightful. And we are just so excited to know you, reach out to us, get to know us, join our free Facebook group so we can chat some more. And it's more in us like a localized place. And hit like and subscribe. And I am tired after that chat. It was a lot. I didn't realize how much we had going on and what was coming up. So,
I did.
You did. I'm just like, it's in my Notion. That's fine. So we'll be talking about all the things. If you have any questions, put them in the comments or come find us in our Facebook group. We'd love to talk to you. And guys, as always, make sure you have a goal.
Make sure you're sticking to your brand.
And make sure you're having fun. We have a blast here, and we hope that you're having fun too. Make sure you subscribe and share with a friend, because success with a friend is so much better than doing it alone. And we hope to see you at a con. And if you're by yourself at a con and you see us there, come up to us and join us.
Come sit with us. Yeah.
We would love to. We met some great people at Inkers. I suck at names, so just ignore me. But we met some really great people. So anyways, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Mandy, great recap. Woohoo!
Yep.